We are in the very beginning stages because it is pouring rain for the last week and we can't really work on the tractor at the moment without getting soaked or making Jason get soaked. So we are spending some time getting the chicken run set up. I've already got some bottom rails. We had to put a top board up here, across there, so that we have something to screw into. Now we're doing the verticals for this side. This is why we're not working outside right now. Well, you gonna put that up? Okay. It literally is going in waves. It'll be like a gentle rain and then all of a sudden it just dumps. Let me know when you're ready. But we've got everything done except for this last side. So we've got the rails here. Got it all tied in. We're getting 4-foot width of hardware cloth. This is going to be the only, I didn't think about this. We're going to need another 2x4 right here. Yep, so that the hardware cloth is flush.
Oh.
That's fine. We'll just get another one. So now we just have
screws in the ends before we put it up.
Okay. We just have to put this top rail up and then the 2 verticals like we have here. Oh yeah, I'm getting dripped on. We got it done. The chickies are that much closer to having a new run. Just get the hardware cloth in. Get some dirt in here to fill in giant holes. Get one more 2x4. And then the other thing I want to do is there's no electricity connected here, so I want to get that plug out of here. The window will be fine for now. We also have to put hardware cloth up here so that they can't get up there and no critters can get in. And then again, some good fill dirt in here just to give them more stuff to scratch around in. Probably put some peat moss in there. They'll be happy chickens.
Damp.
Just a little bit beautiful. We are out at the, whoa, almost dropped the camera. We are out at the property today doing a little bit more work on the chicken run because that's all we can do right now. I Shishigi bond the bottom plates there, just trying to help give it a little extra weather protection since we didn't think ahead and buy pressure treated or ground contact. And we are getting ready to put up some of the hardware cloth and bought this, what I thought was going to be a nice little tool to help us go faster, and it's not working. So that's a pain in the ass. We're going to have to hand staple for the time being. Adam's moving the truck into place because, of course, again, we forgot a ladder.
You do.
Staples 1, Adam and Emily 0. Our stupid little automatic staple gun isn't working, and neither is the manual one. Good times. All right, we got all the bottom shishigi bond. Haven't done the front yet, so I lied. We got both sides done. And we got the wire up here. And on this side, this is where a door is gonna go. So we're gonna wait to put that up until we build the door frame. And then we got it up on this side. It's not completely anchored in because our stapling situation sucked. So we're gonna remedy that and then get back to this. We have to leave this end open for now because we need to put a bunch of dirt in there. As you can see, we've got big gaps right here. This is from taking out tree stumps and whatnot. So we got to fill in a bunch of dirt, get everything kind of where it should be. And then once the dirt's at least on the inside, we can put the wire up out here. But we also have to get a couple 2x4s to fill in the gap against this post and up at the top here, right there, so that the wire can anchor in correctly. And then the chicken run will be mostly done. We have to put some, oh my gosh, my brain's not working, some ground staples in, backfill that with dirt, and then put some rock over it so that it's nice and secure for the chickies. And then we're also going to put it across the ceiling here, which probably means, yeah, I'm not sure exactly how we're gonna do that. We may have to put some extra wood up there, but we'll figure it out. But we're gonna make sure it's secure all the way around for the girlies. We are back at it today. We just met an awesome electrician out here that is being kind enough to oversee what we do and make sure we don't do anything stupid or wrong. And now we're getting back to it. We got a different staple gun, so I'm gonna try to get this done. All right, we got this side mostly attached. We still have to put some screws in the bottom. We are gonna put 2x4 across the center to help stabilize it, and we're gonna put some extra up at the top just to make sure that it's secure. But now we're coming over on this side. Friday after Christmas. It's the 26th. I took the day off today and went over to Home Depot, picked up a bunch of wood to get working on the chicken coop, or run rather, and got a decent amount done. Not as much as I would have liked. I have some boards to face the front down here, but I have to figure out what's going on with the door that we're going to build here before I finish that section and put those on. And I have to dig out just a little bit right there. But I got some of the facing boards up to kind of secure it down. Not all of them, but some. I got the 2x4 kind of cross braces that we're putting in to stabilize the hardware cloth and the wall, because it's a little floppy. It'll be better once we have dirt backfilled and stuff, but for right now it's just a little wiggly. So got those done on this side. I have one little piece I have to put up right there. I got 2x4s up here and in the middle and on the other side, so that this is all one level surface across to attach the hardware cloth to. So now we can get this side done, with the exception of one panel, because we have to figure out where we're going to put our existing chicken coop up against here. So we need to leave one panel open so that the chickies have access into the run. And then I got one board over here done, and I've been kind of doing the facing boards as I go, and I have to dig out quite a bit over here to be able to put those bottom rails on. So I only have 2 more sections here for the cross rails, or the lateral, horizontal. Wow, can you tell I'm hungry? The horizontal supports, inside and out, the facing boards, and then the bottom rails to lock that hardware cloth in. But it is getting late. The sun is getting low in the sky. Look how pretty that is. And I am hungry. So I'm gonna call it a day. Get the rest of the wood out of my truck, go get something to eat, and relax for a little bit, because we're back at it tomorrow. All right, I will try to speak loudly because the tractor's going, but got almost all of this done. Still have to dig out down here, but I have all of the laterals up and most of the kind of facing boards out here. It's gonna get loud. Then I got these 2 laterals in. Again, I'm leaving these ones as is for right now, because we still need to get in and out of there with dirt and so on. So we will get hardware cloth here and hardware cloth here, and then we'll only have one panel left to do. And then on this side, I did a little bit of digging over here. I need to finish digging around here. We need to put some hardware cloth across here to have a skirt, and then I can put those bottom facing boards on there. And for the most part, the exterior at least is done. We just need a door, and at some point we need to get the chicken coop over here for the ladies, and then we need to fill this with some fill dirt, because as you can see, probably it's way too low, and it's pretty hard compact dirt in here, so we want to give them some more stuff to scratch around in. So we'll get some fill dirt to put in here. I'm not sure if I'm going to do anything about the window and the plug right now, probably not, but then we will put a couple of cross perches in for them to get up on. We have a freestanding perch that we made for them that we'll put in here, and yeah, it's getting close. Again, gotta build the door, I think. That's probably next. Adam is over there living his best farm boy life on the tractor. I let's let's put some bets in the comments. How long do you think it'll take before we have our own tractor? Now that he's had a chance to rent one for 2 days and has already started talking about this is the exact one we need, etc. So give me your thoughts in the comments. How long do you think until we have our own tractor? I don't know if I mentioned it before. I know I didn't actually film it last time we did it, but I just, while we had the torch and the propane here, decided to get this bottom rail Shoshugi bond. We didn't buy pressure treated wood because we just didn't think about it. So once we got this installed, probably should have done it before it was installed, but whatever. Decided to get this burned. If you don't know what it is, it's an ancient wood preservation technique. So since this wood down here will obviously be in contact with the ground, it is all covered, but still, we're very wet here. So, we do intend on putting gutters for rain catchment on this roof eventually. So that'll help cut down on some of the water. But for now, Shoshugiban. We still have quite a bit of work to do on the chicken run. This is all pretty much opened up in here, which is nice. Still have to get dirt to backfill around and fill the inside. It's gonna be quite a lot of dirt. We still have hardware cloth to run down there. We still have a door to either buy or build. I'm thinking about just trying to get an old screen door to kind of retrofit. We have to run the hardware cloth up and over these sections, and we also have to run it across the ceiling so that they are good and protected up there. Yeah, I think we're gonna run hardwood cloth. We also don't want them trying to fly up there and like get into the ceiling rafters, because I don't know if you can see it, but you can access way back over the building there too. So we don't want them up there. Once all the hardwood cloth and everything is run, we can backfill around the outside, put some rocks over it to make it nice and secure. Still have to dig that out. And I mean, that's really all we need to get done. And now it is time to go home. It's cold. Neither one of us ate lunch. We're hungry and we both have laundry to do. So that's a day. One thing we didn't really account for while we were thinking about doing the ceiling is that nothing in here is evenly spaced or square or plumb or true or any of the things. So we're having some issues getting things to line up, and you might hear some cussing.
Definitely hear some fucking cussing.
But yeah, we're gonna make it work. There's a big gap right here. I don't know if you can see on camera. That is gonna be zip tied together.
Yeah.
And maybe have a piece of wood over it or something. We'll figure that out. And then when we get over here, that's gonna be another wild card. We might have to throw some 2x4s up there. We'll see. Wanted to show Adam's hack for getting a zip tie through when you can't reach both sides. Make a little loop with another zip tie and pull it through.
Don't put that on TikTok.
Ingenious. What? You don't want to share your secrets?
Nope.
All right, we got most of the ceiling done. We still have to kind of secure this area right here with the board going across like I did here. Adam got in there and zip tied most of the holes together. There's still some we want to like tighten up a little, but otherwise this is pretty good. I think we're gonna either wrap that up and around the beam and staple it again, or just cut it off where it is, because nothing can get in there. So we'll probably just cut off that strip. And like I said, I'm pretty sure most of these little corners are pretty well secure. So the chickens almost have a home. I'm not sure if we'll get to these walls today. We're gonna try to fill in these two walls and that one in the corner, but we'll see if we get to that. We got all of the hardware cloths tacked in and got the boards across. And now we're just cutting off the excess and calling it a day. Today turned out to be pretty much all chicken run for the most part.
We got the hole busted out.
Yeah, we just didn't get anything else done, but that's okay. All right, it is a little before 4 p.m. We just finished up our work day. It is, what day is it? It's Tuesday before New Year's. 28th, 30th? No, I don't even know what day it is. 29th or 30th, I can't remember. It's the 30th. Anyway, we just finished up our work day. It's a little before 4 p.m. and it has been foggy like this all day, which is crazy. Like, it doesn't usually stick. It'll usually be foggy in the morning and then burn off even if it stays gloomy. But this fog has been persistent all day. I think our high today was 46 degrees maybe. Oops, that was my finger, sorry. But the best part to me, pardon my sniffles, is, oh, hi little bunny. Oh, probably didn't see it. A little bunny just ran off. But looking back into the forest with the fog is my absolute favorite. I just envision someday when our house is right here, looking out the back window with that as our view. Oh, excuse me. And I just love it. Love it. while Adam is working on getting that all wired up. The other thing that we did this morning was we went and borrowed Jason's dump trailer, picked up a load of dirt. It does not look to me like it's going to be enough, but we'll see. It's going to go in here primarily to fill up some space for the chickies, and then whatever's left will go out and around here. We also have a bunch of dirt right here that we could push over and get kind of butted up next to the wood outside to cover up all the skirting that's down here. We still have to get the hardware cloth up on these. I think I've said before, we're going to leave one bay open, A, so that we can get dirt in, and B, so that the chicken coop that we currently have before we get this building all dialed in for them, we will actually have room to put it up next to it, and then we can connect it so it'll be nice and safe. It just started raining again, and I am looking at everything and realizing that yes, we definitely need to get gutters over here. This is just going to be a soggy mess otherwise. Excuse me. Eventually what I want to do is actually build a little kind of shorter lean-to off of both sides of the building. So maybe just like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 feet out here, just with a little lean-to, so there's a little extra protection from the weather when they are outside of their run. Do the same thing over here. We should have, yeah, as long as it's just the length of the run, we'll be fine, because we wouldn't bump into that tree trunk. So yeah, we got to do that though. This is going to get soggy real fast, and this is a ton of rainwater that we could otherwise be capturing to water the chickens too. We did not get a ton done today because we had other things going on, but we did get this wire and that far bay right over there. Got those done. Now we just have the center two, and we have this giant pile of dirt to get in there when it's not a pile of mud.
Good morning, back at it again in the chicken coop. Buttoning up from yesterday, it started downpouring. Got this all zip tied in, buttoned up the corners, up in here, so nothing can get in. There's the other side. This corner's all tied up, no holes. Also came back here from where we started. Got this corner all tied up, buttoned up in. And on this side, a little piece of 2x4 there, so we can staple it to that 2x4, or we're going to run the trim up here and finish off. It'll nail right to that 2x4.
Okay, it is almost 5 o'clock. All of our animals are going to be very pissed at us, but we did a thing. We made a door. It took us, yes, to keep the monkeys in. It took us all freaking day, and we're not done. We still have to put in some of the trim boards on the outside all the way around. We have to put some hardware cloth up there, more trim boards. We obviously have to put more screws in the doors, and we will probably put, I don't know, just a little piece of wood back here to make sure that that's anchored in. But chickies have a door. It's very exciting. Oh, and I was able to put some ground staples in here, so we won't be tripping over that anymore, and we can start putting some dirt on it. Now all we have to do is this section, once we're done putting some dirt in the run, and then eventually this section, but that probably won't happen until the actual coop gets here. Almost done. All right, just made a wee tiny bit of progress. Got the rest of the screws in there, put the wire up there, starting to put the facing boards on over here. I still have to do all the way across there, fill in those little holes, do all the cut pieces, and then this whole side of the run will be done. Today I might have some electrical work to do as well, but I might actually start shoveling some dirt. We'll see. But I don't know if we're gonna have enough wire actually to cover that side. So we may have to buy more and wait for that. But I think the other side's done too, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, we've still got a couple of cuts to make over there to get everything filled in, but otherwise that one's almost done. It'll be easy peasy. So yeah, I don't know. This may be my focus today. We'll see. Okay, it is 3:30 in the afternoon, and I feel like I've gotten nothing done, but I actually did get stuff done, just not as much as I'd have hoped. So, this side is done, pretty much. There's a couple little gaps that we might need to cut the wire and fill, but otherwise, it is looking pretty darn good. I had to undo and redo some stuff just because I put a board too close and the door wouldn't open, blah, blah, blah. But everything is relatively, you know, I mean, this is like as secure as it's going to be. Obviously, if some big predator really wanted to get in there, they would. But for right now, this is good. Let's see. I think I'm gonna do a little bit more digging before I leave today and just kind of try to flatten this out. I know it's hard to see, but it's a little lumpy bumpy right there, and we're still kind of down low here. So I'm just gonna try to push some of this dirt up against the bottom here. I'm not doing this corner yet because I have to put some hardware cloth there. I have to take that little tiny 2x4 piece right there out and secure the hardware cloth behind it. I am gonna put that piece of wood that's leaning up against there in place before I leave, so that when we get more wire, we can just pop that up. And we'll see how I feel, I may actually start shoveling a little bit more of this dirt in here, just so I get a little bit done. It's not gonna make a difference right now, and I will probably get all the trash out of here and get most of the wood out of here. Looks like I'm probably gonna need to buy more wood. Shocker, make another trip to the hardware store. It is almost probably up to about 98% finish the chicken run day. I only say that we won't be completely finished because there's a few little details like putting some wire mesh here on the corners and just filling in some little gaps in the wood outside here that we can do once we're here. The chickens will be safe without that stuff. It's just a little extra protection. But as you can see, husband is having so much fun doing his zip tie routine up there.
I hate this ladder.
He probably wouldn't be complaining if it weren't for the ladder. Those ladders are terrible on your feet. But we got the wire on both of these panels, so that's fabulous. I got most of the upright wood here on the outside. Just have to fill in those gaps up at the top. Once we get that, well, actually, yeah, I'll probably wait to put the rest of these boards in until we get the wire on the corners. And we need some washers to secure there, and there. Other than that, careful. Other than that, it is done. There's dirt in it. It is fully Fort Knoxed. We have a door that works pretty darn well. There will be a nice hardcore carabiner there to keep them safe. I think that's it. Like, pretty much they're good to go. We might put some chickeny stuff in here, like some what do you call it, peat moss, although there is some people that say it's too dusty for them. Maybe some extra like sand or something in here, just that they like for dust bathing. These piles of rocks are gonna go around the perimeter. I mean, everything is rocky, like this is all super rocky dirt, but these big piles I'm gonna try to put around the perimeters just to kind of keep them out of the way. I don't want them to like break a toe trying to scratch and peck as they do. But yeah, it's done.
Hey, babe.
Yo.
Can you give me the stapler?
The stapler? Hold on, the man needs something. Oh gosh. Why do all men have to pretend to be Arnold Schwarzenegger? Like, what is that? Why do they think it's so funny? Ladies, do your husbands do that? Or is it just me?
Give me the stapler.
Is that like the last of it?
That's it.
Oh my God, we're done. Yoo-hoo.
Lower ladder.
It is a soggy, slippery, mucky, muddy mess. But the, oh, what was I calling it? Palazzo del Pollo? Something like that. The palace for the chickies is done. I know there's some stuff like that piece of wood and stuff, but it's done. We got a lot of this fill dirt pushed up against here, which is where the coop is going to push up against this back wall right under the overhang. So now we can somewhat easily get it in there with a tractor next weekend and get ourselves moved. Yay!